we go.
Works.
So let's start with a little bit of gratitude.
All right.
I am so grateful that we got out there this morning. I am so grateful that those cherries were still good after a week. I'm so grateful that we have the painters actually here and we're getting stuff done.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for all the changes that we continue to make, and now it's your turn.
Okay. I'm grateful for the bike ride this morning. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm grateful you guys are back for another episode of Plantspiration Unplugged. We're John and Stefanie Ignafo, founders of Plantspiration. We started this nonprofit to help people go plant-based to crush their disease, save the animals and the planet at the same time.
That's what I'm talking about. People know us for losing 250 pounds as a family and breaking free from the standard American diet. Now we're making a global movement using lifestyle medicine, whole food, plant-based, and some neuroscience with real life coaching to prevent and reverse and treat disease. But in here, we're just unplugging and kicking back on what we're actually doing behind the scenes.
That's right.
Behind the scenes.
I don't mind doing this because I want to share it with the world, and it gives me a chance to sit down for a minute.
Yeah, right. I guess but the behind the scenes is because, we're out there on this bike ride this morning and making these videos where everything always looks great on Instagram. But then we have a morning like today where we need to get in there. We need to do that. What are we going to talk about? How is this going to go? And we know what we're going to talk about. We're talking about thriving. It's not just on Instagram. It's in your head, it's in your heart, and it's in your home.
Yeah, that is so right, so real.
That didn't, you guys, that didn't just happen like.
It wasn't like a flip of a switch.
Yeah, took a little bit of work. It took a
yeah.
little bit of, I guess it's the whole, we're getting better at communicating.
Yeah, we are.
We have to do this is what we realize.
Well, yeah, you can't, thrive in the same mindset, I guess. You only go as far as where your head is at, and then
kind of like
kind of topped out. Like, I want more.
I want more. Yeah. Okay.
I know
right
it's
there.
there. It's available for everybody.
But we didn't know there was more.
No, there was some.
We didn't know there was more.
Seriously.
Before we get into that, I just want to talk about our week a little bit because holy shnikes. Can we just start with that? My friend Renee comes out. We're going to go for a little bike ride, bring her kid out there.
Yeah.
She's amazing. She's cool. And we're riding and she's like, you should get some bear spray.
You're like,
and
what?
I go, hey, you don't say that. Like, that's ridiculous. I'm like, right here. She's like, well, you never know. They are out here. And I was like, what? I mean, you see that they're out here? Like, there's been some reports.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Not like on the trail.
Have you heard of the reports? Like, were you aware?
It was close by in Wisconsin, I heard.
It was. It was in like Antioch. It was out there. There was one right at the park that we ride by.
Yeah, but when? During
a couple
the
years
day,
ago.
like while you're riding.
I don't know what kind of daytime it was.
They're like in the brush and chilling while it's hot out.
So I tried to tell myself that all week.
We got like almost 20,000 miles on the trails. We haven't seen any bears.
I also haven't seen bear poop like I did this week. So
true.
Then there was this. So I'm going.
We are now poopologists, everybody. We've been checking on all the crap on the trail and finding out what it came from.
We're really glad you're here, by the way, listening to this shit because
we're talking shit.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Yeah. This is, I can't wait. I'm really glad that we finally got in here. Like I look forward to this all week long. So I even wrote down in the notes, I was like, I've got to talk about this a little bit because I'm on my ride. I'm out there just thinking like, I cannot believe my life right now. Like what is this person out here just getting on her bike and riding all these miles and doing all this stuff and running this business and picking out paint, kind of, sort of, stuff like that. And I'm getting closer and closer to the border. And I'm like,
of Wisconsin.
I'm just like passing these big piles of
blackberry jam.
Yeah, it just looked like these big piles. And I don't know what, it just kind of gave me like the hair on the back of my neck feeling. I was just like, I don't know. That looks really wet. Like that just happened.
Whoa. Did you stick your finger in it, see if it was warm?
No.
Ew.
I mean, weirdly, I do talk about poop a lot with my clients. I'm always talking about how, well, that
Was
looks.
that bear getting enough fiber, you think?
He is getting a tremendous amount, or he or she
Nice.
or whatever it is. But anyway, at the time I didn't know. I'm just thinking about what Renee said, and I was like, right. That's it's not going to happen. All of a sudden, as I'm getting, there's bigger piles, and then there was like another bigger pile, and then I was like,
Goodness.
I have to stop and take a picture of this.
That's a shitty trail.
Well, there's lots of that going on. You know what I mean?
There's horse dookie out there too.
There's a lot of horses out there.
Yeah, horses aren't going to claw you to death.
So don't say that. What? Come on now.
They're black bears.
I don't want to be like that.
They're black bears. They're not, no taller than me.
It was definitely, I took a picture. I uploaded it. I'm asking, what is this? And it comes back immediately. It's like, this is black bear.
This is scat, man.
This is...
It's bear scat.
It's exactly what it was. And I pedaled so fast. I was like, this, because it just looked so fresh. Yeah. And I love to go out early. I'm big on nobody's out there. And it's very hot right now. So you've got to get out there early. And me and Julie always talk about getting out there early. But this time I just was like, oh my gosh, there's a bear out here.
At least one that loves the poop right on the trail.
He loves the berries. So
you're freaked out. So this morning's ride, we couldn't even go that far. She's like, she started seeing bear poo. I got to turn around.
I was like, do you see it? Is that it?
What?
They're
off in the brush. They don't want nothing to do with people.
I feel like a wuss that I
can't turn
around.
They'll get in your garbage can for sure, but they don't want nothing to do with.
But they're not we don't have signs that are like, hey, by the way, watch out for bears.
Because it's not like that.
But there's
a few here and there that
are
eating all the damn berries.
While
they didn't save any for me.
While we're talking about
Dookie?
The trails, 19,690 miles I've clocked.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I can't believe I've done that. Can you, who am I?
I don't know.
Did you ever, when you married me, were you like, wow, she's so athletic and healthy and fit, and she's got such a calm demeanor about her, and she's not chaotic, and is that anything like who I was?
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah, no.
No, you were just reserved and good with where you're at.
Good with where I was. I just thought
which was in the house.
Yeah, I was like, this is where I'm at, and I have nowhere to go, and I have nowhere to be. I don't know who I am. I was that's not true. I was a mom, wife, doing all those things, but
super mom, doing everything you could to help the family rise. Yeah. Cooking us animal food every night and stuff. We didn't know.
But if we would have been dealing with the stuff we're dealing with right now, compared to, for example, the painters come in.
Oh yeah, this is way beyond food.
This goes way beyond food.
This is into the mood.
Right. And, people on Instagram, they see everything, we're like, oh, yay, microphones, and we're on our bikes. It's not like that all the time, obviously.
Well, yeah. People need to realize you don't just post all your crap online.
Well, no.
If you do have any, you don't
I love dopamine, so why would I put stuff out there that's going to bring in none of that?
Yeah, we want just positivity, because you get what you put out.
You can control that.
Yeah.
You can control what you put out there. So I learned the more I put out there that was positive, funny, I'm not going to talk about all the things that aren't going right, because then every time somebody comments on it, it's like, oh yeah, I remember that sucked. I got a flat, even when I get a flat tire, I don't really, or I crash on my bike, I guess I don't post about it because I don't want to think about it. I just want to go on to, I knocked out all these miles, and that's exciting. And when I see that, and then when, it inspires people. It makes me want to just do it again.
Yeah. Well, it's not like fake. In 19,000, almost 20,000 miles, you're going to have a flat tire or two,
I've had a few, but
it's going to happen. But
thanks to this bike I have, those tires are great.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about it, because
what?
It's been a long time since we had a flat.
Yeah.
Your whole bike's broken.
Yeah.
You're done with that one.
Yeah. I definitely put some miles on it. It probably has 17,000 miles on it or something. I mean, the frame's cracked.
I was going to say.
The gears are clicking. It doesn't even barely shift gears. You can only keep it in the biggest sprocket on the front.
What the? I was
like I said, 16, 17,000 miles.
We have to go look at that.
Yeah, I need a new bike.
We should.
So if you guys want to donate, no, I'm totally kidding. Totally kidding. The guy, Rick at Antioch Cyclery, he takes care of us.
Antioch Cyclery, that's a huge shout out. They're amazing. If you tell them, hey, Stephanie and John sent us here, they're going to roll out the red carpet. And every single person that we've actually sent there has said that to us. Like, we mentioned that you sent us here, and they were like, okay, hold on, we've got to. They're amazing, even if you don't mention us, by the way.
I mean, they're not like telling other customers, hold on, I got to deal with these people first. But pretty close.
Well, it was just a beautiful ride this morning, and that's what brought on that whole, like, can you believe that this is just who we are and what we're doing? And we realize it's not just the food. The food was one part of it.
Yeah.
You know what it was? It was like these things occurred in our life. Like all of a sudden we're taking philosophy.
Yeah, right.
And that was another, like, here we're in the middle of this paradigm shift. We're changing everything we're eating. We talked last week about you could Google bananas and it's dangerous for you, for the love of, come on.
Yeah, right. That was ridiculous.
So we realized, wow, everything around us didn't support the science behind, hey, this is healthier to eat plant-based. This is, people live longer. You could reverse disease. This was a big thing. And we were pretty, well, this is why we're doing this, because we couldn't believe people weren't talking about it. Yeah,
that's right. That's why we're doing it now.
And there's other things people don't talk about. Like, we don't just learn how to eat, or we hear people say, oh, I've got high cholesterol, or I've got heart disease or diabetes, and it's followed with...
Oh, well, you inherited that from your...
It's hereditary.
Yeah.
It's hereditary. It is not hereditary since 1980. Was it 1980 or 1990?
It's been a long time now.
It's been a long time. Why does it seem like these pants are like jacked up? Hold on. Okay. So 1980 or 1990.
Yeah.
Esselstyn, Ornish, these guys were reversing disease, and we realized this is not hereditary. It's really what we learn to eat.
Yep.
And just making that connection, and we think about, I just wish I knew, and I hate to admit this or talk about it, and I would say even to people I work with, like, don't think about what we didn't do, just think about what we can do. But I got to just say it. If there was one thing I could go back and do, it would be this here. Like, what I know today, I wish I knew back then. Parenting, feeding my kids, just the way that I raised them and approached everything. It's totally different today.
Yeah, that was all on,
It's just different. Like, we didn't know. We thought that it was...
just how things were.
We just thought this is how we should feed our family. This is what we were told by the pediatricians right in the beginning. We should be giving them dairy. Everything was not questioned as much as I do today.
Oh, not even
Is
close.
that a good way to put it?
Why? Yeah, like why would I question it? My doctor told me to do this.
It's all we knew. Why would we question what we already know? I didn't get 5 years old and say, you know what, why are we eating animals? Sometimes that does happen.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? We just went with the flow. But once I found out about this, something happened.
When you found out about what?
Eating plants. Let me be honest. The first time I found out about it, I shut the laptop and I said, well, that's a bunch of BS. So the cognitive dissonance and it was going against all of my beliefs. If this was true, my doctor would have told me. I went through all of those things, but it kind of planted that seed of doubt. Now I questioned it, even though I'm not going to do it, why aren't they talking about it?
Well, you looked it up to make sure our daughter wasn't going to die from going vegan.
And that was it for me. But I was like, all right, she'll be fine. But I'm not doing it until I was facing I'm going to die.
Yeah.
We're losing everything.
Yeah.
And we could go to this is what I mean.
What?
To think we're painting the house and we're doing all this stuff when that was that moment, John.
I know, we couldn't even barely get through a day without a drink.
Holy shnikes.
Right?
There it is. We couldn't get through a day without a drink.
Let alone take on we're going to paint every single room in the house.
we were
wow.
we were at a point where we were about to lose everything.
Yeah,
We were coming out of our 11th surgery in 9 months.
Yeah, wow.
Let's just go back to 2013. Holy shit. That's what I mean. We're on the trails. We're riding our bikes. Today when we almost lost everything, including our relationships, wasn't horrible, but it sucked compared to what it is today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, I knew I was going to be married and we were going to keep going because that's what I wanted, was everything to be perfect.
Yeah.
But
because quitters don't win and winners don't quit. So thanks for not quitting me.
I couldn't.
I know.
You wanted to change with me.
Yeah, we wanted to do this together.
There was
grow.
There was something about that when we realized this was something that we could not only do, it was the right thing to do after everything that we learned, and then it was an opening to so many more things that we realized we learned. Like, I started realizing, hey, kind of the way I'm acting, I learned to do that.
Right.
The drinking, the going out, and I'm not blaming anybody. This isn't about that. It's just what we learned to do.
Well, I had to learn that, punching a hole in a wall isn't really the best way to handle stress. That's and it costs a lot to fix your shit.
It's
not now. I mean,
but
years.
That's been easily 13 years.
Yeah.
It's when we went through this, we don't talk enough about when we went through this with the changing of how we ate. It started changing the way that we were actually thinking. It changed our mood. It changed our chemistry. It changed just the way we started looking at things differently. Like, wow, we learned to eat this. Like, we learned this what we, just like we talked about this week, emotional eating. It's so down to what we learned and, during our lifetime.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's just like the forms you follow, that you were like, that's what you learned. This is how you do it.
That philosophy class, when they talked about forms, all of a sudden it was like another click went off of, so this was the forms that I learned. And not everybody has this. We had this whole nother lifestyle of eating plants and not battling disease and going into a totally different place. Right. It made me recognize there were other things that I learned that weren't healthy either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bring it. What, the emotional part of it, the eating part, the stress part?
Well, yeah. How did I get to be 278 pounds? How did I get like that?
Food.
Well, sure, but I didn't know how to.
Wasn't plant food,
but it was
That's
also.
not totally fair. You were growing a baby at the
some
same
of
time.
it, but I had babies and then I still stayed large. It just stayed like that. My whole life was battling losing weight. Every day I would wake up to losing weight, and everything was stressful and everything was chaotic.
The daily diet.
And then it was drinking by 3:00 because it's just that was just our life. That's just what we did. And it just went into this cycle and this circle and this stuff. And then once it hit, like once we started doing it, it was like a screeching halt. Would you agree?
What, to drinking and stuff?
All of it.
Well, yeah. I mean, we changed how we ate, but it was still, a little bit of time, still going to parties, friends' places, or going out to the bars or whatever. And it was just like, we would talk to our friends, and then we would come back around and, talk to each other and be like, you know what? I don't even care. I don't even want to drink anymore.
That actually happened. Yeah. And I was shocked even when that happened.
I know. I was like, did that just come out of my mouth?
So as I coach people today, I can identify, and I often talk about identity shift. I'm probably really into it because we have experienced our own.
At the time, I didn't realize that was an identity shift.
No, I was like, what?
I was just like, I know how I'm going to feel tomorrow, and I don't want to do that to myself.
We didn't realize.
No, I didn't know.
We didn't realize how good felt.
Yeah, until you feel it.
Emotionally, physically, there's so much that goes into that. It was the food first, and then I was like, I don't want to bring home anything that is going to make me feel like crap.
Oh yeah, yep.
You know what I mean?
And then look at how you find out, like with your training and all the education and stuff with lifestyle medicine. Like that's one of the pillars, like kind of
Stress management.
getting rid of
Toxic.
Toxin.
Removing toxins.
Removing toxic stuff. If as much
It's not
as you
just
can.
food.
No,
It's not just food.
Mm-mm.
It's all kinds of stuff around it, and that's what I see. We've just being able to recognize in it be for everybody, I want to say.
And it's not just food. It's like people too.
It's all those things.
It kind of weeds itself out.
We just keep going along with it and we don't realize. So how did we get to this point where we have a painter that came over? By the way, thank you.
Yeah.
What does the sign say? Actually, I love it. I can't read it from here, but it's accurate. We'll have to go over it again. It's like, great price, great work. Yeah. Thank you very much for that. Fresh look.
Fresh look painting, yeah.
It just got started and I got so excited about it.
It's looking fresh already.
Oh my God. We need it. It's like another fresh.
Yeah. What a great name.
the way we've been eating is feeling fresh. The way we've been talking to each other is feeling fresh.
Yeah.
It's like we keep.
You getting fresh with me?
Maybe. So he comes in here, and we've been planning for this for a while. If these guys have been listening, it's been since we started the podcast. We're like,
pretty much.
We're going to work on getting this upgraded.
Well, yeah, we're like, I'm going through a refi to get,
Went through all this stuff, which we could have, when we just talked about how sick we were and how messed up we were in no financial situation. We were almost losing everything. Just let everybody know.
Yeah.
We were almost losing everything because we were just getting sicker. We didn't have coping mechanisms. We were a mess, and here on the front, it was like, oh, everything's great. It's what I was, you know what I mean? Facebook, you're posting. Everything is not always great.
No.
But we wouldn't be handling the stress of all this stuff at all with the old version of us.
For sure. It just couldn't happen. We had to grow.
We had to
make things better.
I'm right now.
Because I'm not going down like that.
No.
I'm a survivor. Okay.
Well, what I was thinking about was actually when you're doing that was him coming over here and saying like, we know we needed a paint color. And here I've been planning the whole house forever.
6 months of... Hey.
I got pictures. I knew what I wanted, but I didn't have a name for it. Mm-hmm. And I just thought, I'll have days. He'll get in here. They've got some work to do. It'll be time before they actually need paint.
Patch and tape stuff off.
It takes time.
Yeah, so what color did you pick out?
Well,
we're going to need to know that.
And I said,
how long?
I go, well, how much time do I have until you need that paint color? Because I'm just getting ready to go to a dentist. I had another dentist situation this week. Like we're running businesses. We've got painters coming.
How quick you need to paint? I mean, come on. I don't know.
4 hours.
Like
holy. By the way, did
great.
Not expect that at all. I was like, this is no joke. I have to come up with a paint color in 4 hours. The text started right there that I was like, I wanted to blame you. Like, this is your fault.
Me.
I was like, we don't have a color. This was on me.
I've been telling you.
You have been.
Hey,
I'm just telling you
I'll paint the shop. You take care of the paint color of
the
house.
awareness of the way that the messaging went that day. We had no fight.
No.
Even though I was like, what am I supposed to do? Fix this? Like, help.
Well, it's either this or this. And we just had to get a couple samples and throw it on the wall. And like, what's the most popular stuff? Let's look
went with what? And it was exactly what I showed him the pictures.
It's damn near the same color we have.
No, it's not.
I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
It's 2 shades lighter.
Stop. It's way better. It's
fresh.
It's agreeable that we went with this color.
Yeah, we agreed upon it. That's great.
It is. And I'm super excited about everything. Mm-hmm. It's giving me like a pep in the step.
Oh, yeah.
We made it happen. We not only manifested
Plus, finally, to smell of fresh paint.
Oh, my gosh. I loved it. It's like another new, yay. I love these upgrades. Physically, mentally,
it charges your batteries.
Yeah, it kind of does. It's that dopamine. It's like, look what we worked so hard for. Look what we did. So thank you for that. Like, thank you for making this happen. And thank you for just being able to recognize, look at how different everything is when
To
we're
actually
dealing
have
with
a
this
conversation and not just react to stuff.
Yeah, that's been awesome because
I've been
even
working
just
on it.
before we got in here, it was like a perfect example of like, wow, look at how good this is going.
Yeah.
Did you ever think we would be talking like that?
Well, like what? It's just how we talk now. I don't know what you mean.
Well, think about the first day we did the podcast, the
No,
first couple weeks.
I don't want to.
You keep saying this. You did great.
I'm not looking back. I don't look back.
You did great. I'm not asking you to look back at the podcast, but I want to ask you. There's like different versions we've been watching. You guys have been watching us grow through. You know, we went through we used to drink. We were sedentary. We had no hopes. We had no goals. We were spiraling.
Well, that's just how it is. Like, you just go through this normal stuff of what everybody's doing, and then you got to act a certain way when you're outside, and you go in a place, and there's people, there's that one.
I just want to be real.
Yeah.
I just want to be real, and I just wanted to really take care of myself, and I really wanted to like get happy all the way around and understand why I got there, how I got there.
Well, I know because I'm there now, and it's like you just got to be happy with yourself.
How do you get there? Do you have a tip for somebody? Because let me just go back to this. The first episode, it was great. Like, we're excited. We love this all around. But you were so nervous, so worked up, and just to confront you with it, it was like, whoa, I'm not criticizing you, man. I'm just saying, hey, what do you think we should talk about? Well, I don't know, but
Let's just talk. Let's just get in there and talk about it.
And it would be stressful. Like, it felt stressful. I don't feel that from you today.
That's where I'm at, where I don't care.
That's not how it goes.
No, because I just want to be a better version of me, So I just try to do better.
This made it.
What happened, I guess what changes, I'm just trying to be better before, I try to think about what the better would be. Really, I try to think about that most of the time. What's a better version? How can I respond to stuff better? And I'm better at it.
That's
just
so self-aware, as they say. And are you saying that because you heard me talking about that during my coaching this week?
No.
Or we talk about this, like what would the healthier, so if we're just like with food, what would the healthier version of you choose? People are always talking about getting healthy. I want to lose weight. I want to get healthy. And then they turn around and they go to exactly the opposite of what would help them get there. So when I'm working with them, not to take away from what you're talking about, but to help people understand the steps, you hear me say things like, we need to do like identity shift work. And I have people almost like how we did vision boards at one point. When we envision and we see ourselves there, or we think, what would the healthy version of you react to? And Stephanie's like, oh my gosh, what do we do about the pain? That's identity shift work, where you're starting to see, like you said, what would a better version of me respond like? That's amazing.
Yeah. It's
like, we have been through some stuff. That's what I mean. People don't realize the stuff we've been through.
No doubt.
And a lot of people have been through stuff. I don't mean to ever be like, wow.
No.
But when the book comes out,
it's
going to be like,
holy shit.
Yeah. There's any trauma therapists out there, they'd probably be like, wow, look what they did.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I want to say is, like, not only can we change the
I'm
food
proud of our progress.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It is what it is. And it's going to keep getting even better, because we just want to share with people, not only is it the food that we learned, it's how we kind of learned how to behave and how to react. And
wow.
People can change. Wasn't that kind of inspiring on Saturday when I was like, okay, how many, or it was in one of the classes, and I said, how many of you guys have said people don't change?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And all of a sudden, almost everybody raised their hand. And then I asked, like, how many of you think people can change today? And it was like, boom, everybody recognized we can change, but we can't unless we start envisioning what that looks like. And I didn't want to be unhappy. I didn't want to be stressed out. I didn't want to be regretful. I didn't want to feel sad. I didn't want to feel these things.
Right.
So I just kept using those tools to bring on that happiness, to change that pattern of
Mm-hmm.
all the things I didn't do right. What am I going to do? Keep beating myself up over all that stuff, or what I didn't know, or
No. I mean, every day's, another chance to be a better you. So that's kind of where I'm trying to just keep that in mind.
when do you think that shifted for you?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it's good. I'm just wondering,
Yeah,
can
I
you
don't know.
recognize like when that was?
No, not really.
I
I don't
think
know. A couple weeks ago.
Stop, you don't say that. It is.
No, I've just been trying to do better and better and better.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, I've had an easier time also of just telling you like, hey, this is what's bothering me.
Mm-hmm.
You're not reacting
Well,
like
yeah,
you used to.
I need
Yeah.
to know what I need to be better at. So
Well,
I need
exactly.
feedback.
Yeah, it's been easier to talk about it. It's been
Yeah.
easier to share stuff. It's been like, man, we've really done some. Just
Work.
even this morning, thinking about when I said like I feel like I'm almost burnt out. Like, I know you're into it,
Yeah.
but just getting things together in here in itself, and just like we talk about, it takes time, it takes learning, it takes showing up, but it has to be that communication and that honesty with yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand. I mean, I'm just looking for like bullet points, what.
Yeah, you want the simple version.
Yeah. Like I'm purposely not even going to look at my notes one time because
We're going to try
I don't
that.
need them.
We barely had anything together for this because this is the reality of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, well, what were we
think it's
talking
awesome.
about? We were talking about the way we've been regulating our stress, the way we've learned how to handle all this. Way different. Before, well, we wouldn't even be here.
No.
There's no flipping way in the world.
No. Exactly.
Hey, we got to go to ICNM in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I would have been spiraling for weeks. It wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. But the night or 2 nights before, you'd be out shopping like, I gotta get clothes.
Oh
to
my
go.
gosh,
Man,
you
geez
just
Louise.
reminded me.
Holy cow. Procrastination much? Well, I'm like that too.
I'm not like that at all. Like now I'm very
you
organized.
used to be. I'm saying the old us.
I wouldn't have even been going on a trip.
Well, no doubt.
We wouldn't have been doing any. I don't think
If you
these guys
would,
understand or know this.
Like I would have to walk around in this place for like 3 days.
Couldn't do that. I wouldn't even think about traveling anywhere.
What's ICNM? Like
Yeah.
plant? What? Vegan? That's stupid.
I wouldn't have been, which it is not. But
No,
my
but I mean, that was
mindset,
the
that
old-
limiting, just
Yeah.
I can't believe.
That's the inherited behavior.
You're right.
Okay.
You're absolutely right. I grew up thinking that way, so why wouldn't
It could start. I mean, I'm not thinking like for us particularly, but just the vegan part or plant-based part. Here, try this. It's vegan. You might not like it.
So many people
to a
come
kid,
across,
like,
yeah.
try this. But you say that, a couple little things, that's just like in and stuck.
I started changing the way
It's
that I
vegan,
view
you
that,
might
yeah.
not like it. What would you add that in there?
Or just getting.
Hey, try out this thing we made.
Yeah, I was always pretty good about that with the kids. Like we were always very, even if I didn't like something, I took pride in the fact that I was like, watch, even though I don't like something, I'm going to share it with them or I'm going to have them try it and let them figure it out what they wanted.
Yeah, they would try it because you'd be like, you could spit it right out in my hand without a napkin or nothing.
They loved that.
So they would try it. I don't.
Hey,
Did you ever get anything spit out in your hand?
sometimes,
Probably.
yeah. I tried to do my best. You know what I
You
mean?
always did.
Yeah, they were. That was great.
You did the best with what we had to work with. At the time, it was animal foods for the most part, and we
and
didn't
some
know.
bad patterns and behaviors.
Yeah, and alcohol.
Some things, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes we didn't get along,
More times than not, probably. Like I think it was nothing like it is
Described
today.
as sometimes.
Sometimes, for sure, for sure. I love everything about you, and it's just getting better. This is what I mean about last week when I said you have to fall in love with people many times.
Yeah.
I'm not the person that you married,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm the person that you got now. You know what I mean? And I'm liking this version of me. And the more, and you know what I mean? The more, wow, we got deep. We did get deep into
What
this
happened?
one
What are you
because it's
talking
just the more, the happier that I got with myself. How did that look to you? Because this is not the version that you married or you met.
I know. That's fine. That's good.
What did
do
the
you mean?
version of me look like before Because today you see me happy and I'm excited, and that's nice to see, I'm sure, compared to how I was before.
Still, you looked happy.
Oh, good way to put it.
But I didn't feel the happy.
You didn't feel it. You knew I wasn't happy.
Yeah. It was like a
forced.
A shield.
A shield.
Like invisible. I'm happy, but really I'm not. Shield around you.
I'm crying inside.
Yeah.
But I want it to look like I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm going to be strong and, for in front of the kids and everything. And, or I'm going to do this or whatever, just to not ruffle any feathers or just go along with it. So, things are smoother with the hothead John over here.
It is how it went. And I know we're not alone.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? And people.
I had to get over my shit. So.
We have to.
That was the only way to be who I am today.
To keep. We didn't bring Kleenex in here.
What do you need Kleenex for? Oh my God.
My gosh.
Give it to me. Mascara. Really?
Well, it's just like, hold on. I'm just like realizing, like, look at what we're doing. Look at where we are. And I just want other people to know it's you're fully capable of going through these changes and becoming your healthiest, happiest self. That's not just happening for us. It's happening for many people at Plantspiration. Because we're getting down to this, people are learning how to not give up on themselves. They're learning how to master that emotional part. Like we got into this a little bit because of that emotional eating class. It really brought up a lot of conversation of the awareness of this.
Right. And I mean, along with that, this week, we really learned about we're going through changes.
Oof, that was hard too.
Yeah. But people are changing for the better. I mean, I don't know if anybody has like been at Plantspiration and be like, that sucked.
No.
Everybody's kicking butt.
They really talked about a lot of that emotional eating and identified that it's a lot of learned behavior. Like I mentioned, it's cultural.
To really learn that, okay, this is kind of what you learned.
Well,
when you learn, that's what you learned, and it's not really like your fault. It just generational kind of a trauma thing or whatever you call it, trauma or problem or
there's lots of stuff that kind of come in. And I mentioned
you're the coach.
Well, I mentioned like look at culturally what we learn to do when we're upset or we have a bad day. You know, you see all these movies and these like have some ice cream and you've had a bad day, or you hurt yourself. Let's give you a treat.
Yeah.
And a snack.
Here's a cookie. Yeah.
And I think the more
you're hangry, have a Snickers.
See what I mean?
Geez.
But that's what everybody's recognizing. Like, wow, it is not my fault. It is not your fault. Like when you have that realization of, I learned how to do this stuff and I can unlearn it. You know what I mean? That's the exciting part of this.
Learn that what I learned, I can learn something better. That's all.
And then I wanted to kind of I always want to be real and mention, people think everything is so perfect or you make everything look so easy. So I always want to come in here and say, no, it is not always like that. This has been, this has not only taken a lot of work, self-work.
The food's the easy part.
The food's the easy part. Now the other stuff is, just continually
ripping your
growing.
Band-Aids off.
Yeah,
really,
there's a lot of that too. You can't get better at something if you don't take a look at like, how did you get into this spot to begin with and address some of that stuff. And people are learning to feel those emotions we talk about. So that's why this topic is
that's
hot.
just it. Like feeling it, like, kind of like we're talking, like when you're meditating or whatever, you're like thinking about, thoughts come in and that's fine and think about it and off it goes and don't like dwell on it and think about different things.
Being more present, like being
not like trying to stop your thoughts, but just analyze them and without the effect.
Like we were talking about with people, they said yesterday they were doing so good with addressing that. Am I in the pantry because I'm stressing? Is it because I'm really hungry? Is it because I'm angry? And that's that work. Everybody's looking for this answer and this cure and this is it takes some self-awareness to realize how you got sick to begin with in order to be able to get out of it. Is that a good way to put it?
Wow. Yeah.
That's what it is. I mean, we're not surviving anymore. We're thriving. And that's the switch right there of getting out of that survival mode of I got to do this for this, or, I learned how to behave or act like this because of like you see me doing this because that's what this life would have been like doing businesses.
Like a juggling act.
Yeah, it was constantly. There was no
constant cortisol drip of
yes,
there's all shit going on.
Yes. It was nothing was ever like, hey, we got an appointment at 3:00 or the painters are going to be here. This is what it's like today.
Yeah. Hey, it was almost like that for a second, though. I need a color in
all right.
4 hours.
For 1 second, I was like, but I was about to do a live. So I calmly was like, I have to go live. I've got a bunch of calls today and we need a color in 4 hours. And I realized in that moment how
we had it figured out in 2.
We had it figured out in 2 seconds when I could stop, breathe, be rational, and just be like, oh, this is what we're going to do. There's a whole different mind shift that comes with it. I could have easily, the old me would have been like, whoa.
Yeah, you got to actually throw a couple samples on the wall.
I would have been on the phone. Can you believe I don't know what color to pick out? Like right there it is, right there.
But then it was like realizing we got to paint the trim too because holy shit. Yikes. Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it hurts to see the stuff that doesn't
You had that painted before and
didn't work out.
No. It was like antique white. So now it's fresh.
It's fresh.
It's got a fresh look.
Good. When you think about the before version of me handling all this.
I mean, you could still handle it. I mean, you're like CEO of the family, taking care of everybody and all this and balancing this and that and making dinner, taking kids here and there. This young one goes to that school. Those two go to that school. There was a lot.
But I was a mess inside.
Growing up, yeah.
I kept myself distracted with all that chaos. So I didn't have to deal with the stuff going on inside.
Exactly.
I was like, I'm going to be this mom who's doing all this stuff and hyper, performing and making all this happen. But inside I was like, I just don't feel as good as I want to feel. I wanted to be the happy, healthy, riding a bike. Well, I didn't even know I could ride a bike, but I wanted this. I mean, doesn't everybody when they start a diet or a pill that they're taking or something, don't they want to be a healthier version of themselves?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So what happens?
I don't know. It just seems like it's unattainable. It's hard work or I really don't know. I mean, you got to have the gumption.
It's not about willpower.
I don't know.
It's about skill power.
Well, yeah, you got to learn it, I suppose.
You got to learn it.
I mean, we learned this other stuff, so we can learn this.
What do you think has been, man, we just kind of got gibbery in here, but it was great. I don't even remember when we started, but what would you say has been your biggest growth since you went plant-based and realized like, wow, my life is a little different?
Well, that was a loaded question.
I knew you were going to say that.
What? Wait, what?
What do you think has been your biggest growth during this last 13 years? That's hard. Am I even wording this right?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you like this question?
Well, no, nobody does because you got to look at your shit, but everybody's got shit. Some people don't,
does.
Whatever it is, what it is. But just
like, what are you most proud of? Let me reframe that. What are you most proud of?
I'm actually most proud of that I'm not who I used to be.
Oh my God, I'm going to just stuff Kleenex
Do you
up
need
my nose
more
right
tissue?
now.
Well, yeah, I don't like being a crab ass.
I love you for that.
I don't like being a crab ass.
We didn't know.
No, it's just, I guess what I learned or whatever, I don't know, shit happens and then you just get a certain way. And that's just how life is, I guess, if you don't really take the time to look at yourself.
We didn't know how to deal with that stuff.
No.
We just were in survival,
I'm glad I did.
Shutting down, reacting, adrenaline.
Or just avoiding, and I'm just going out and shop.
And I just thought that this was normal. I thought that this was the way that you just kind of went through life.
Exactly. You don't really know that.
There's a healthier way to be living.
I mean, if you don't think about it, I guess you'll never know. But
when did you start realizing I got to do a little work or some self-work?
Oh, I don't know. About a month ago.
He keeps saying that, but he's not off.
No, I'm just.
I mean, we've been doing the work, but I think you really
always,
realized
you're never done working on yourself.
No, I think being in here.
Unless you're like done working on yourself.
Don't you think?
That's fine too.
Sorry, don't you think being in here?
Oh, this helped a lot. This helped a lot.
What part?
God, I knew she was going to ask me to strapulate on this.
Please do.
Just
because I'm guaranteeing you, everybody here is sitting here thinking like, what was it?
I don't know. I mean, just us talking about stuff. I mean, it's just different. I mean, it's like all the talk before we turn the camera on. Really is what it is. Us really going through stuff and really hammering it out and figuring out, why did I feel like that when this happened? Or, how could I respond instead of react, or stuff like that. Like,
yes, because we wanted to be authentic and we wanted to find that. It was like, why aren't we feeling...
Yeah, I wasn't.
You didn't want to be performative. Like, we don't want to be performative.
No, I just want to be me.
Yeah. And it's so good to see you doing that.
Yeah.
Even saying like, this stressed me out, or I don't have notes, or I don't need notes. Like, this is what I want people to see, is that this is how we've done the things we've done. We've taken these leaps. This self-awareness and the stuff that you've just gone through recently has been a little bit deeper, but it's been something we've both been doing for a long, since this started with the plants. We started really, not just changing, like you said, what we eat. We changed who we were around and what we did, because we were more self-aware of how it was making us feel, or how we were doing things. And I just wanted to do better. I didn't know. I thought doing better was like, I'm just going to have 3 drinks tonight. I didn't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This was a whole new version. This made me have self-confidence that I could do stuff. This made me realize we have so much control over some of this stuff, just like we learned how to eat and how to, sad day, have some ice cream.
Yeah.
Got her do this. Turn on the TV, movies are doing the same thing. Go to the store, we've got billions of dollars in marketing getting you into more of this. But we have control over that. When we wake up a little bit and realize what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, when you
nice
really
job. I'm all slumped over.
When you do wake up and realize, I had to, like, I can just do. I can do better. I mean, nothing's perfect.
No, and we're going to keep on with it. It's not over. It's going to keep on going.
Closest to perfect is trying.
That's
progress.
There's no such thing as perfect. It's all about progress. And how to get there. And so many people are chasing that perfection, and it stops them. We understand that too. Everything's got to be just right to get into this podcast room. And I was like, I got to show them that is not reality. That is not what makes people get forward.
And that's what people are learning in the community. And
they're crushing it.
They are. They're learning that it's not
inherited. It's not hereditary that you got like this, that you got these diseases. It's what we learn to eat. It's how we learn to live.
It's how we learn to react or act or respond to things. And it's just what you do, like growing up and everything, it kind of shapes who you are. And then
it does.
Yeah.
And you think
I wasn't good with that. I wasn't okay with who I was. So
same. I mean, I thought I was. I really did. I did the best. I did the best I could. Like, I'm not disappointed with myself.
Oh, no doubt.
Like, that's not where I'm at. I just feel like, wow, I wish I would have known like how to be so regulated.
Well, like you said, I mean, I wish I was the parent now that back then, since back then, that would be way better.
Yeah.
Back then, those days.
Best we can do is just keep doing this version of us.
Exactly.
Like,
you can't dwell on what's happened in the past. We just want to go forward and make it better.
Learn from what has happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The food, this is what I was going to say. We didn't just inherit recipes. We inherited reactions, yelling, shutting down, like you said, over functioning, emotional eating. This all played into it. Oh, yeah. And I didn't want to gain the weight back after I lost 100 pounds.
Yeah.
I had to start paying attention to what was going on and how I was getting here to begin with. This, like, I learned stress management. Well, a big part of it is like what's around you, what's going on.
Yeah.
disconnecting and practicing stress management is one thing, but
what's making you feel that way?
Yeah.
What is,
there's a lot that goes on there. The old us versus the new us is, I'm excited for what we've done, because what I want to do is be able to share it with people and say, you can do this too. It's out there. You know what I mean? It doesn't just stop right here. If there's something you want, we can go for it.
Yeah.
It just has to, we got to start eating plants. Like, I want to still go there, because it's not just eating plants. It's what it's doing to your gut biome. It's those short chain fatty acids, what it's doing to your brain.
Like, you're growing some extra connections.
Yeah. And it does help you become more self-aware. And I don't just say that because of how we've talked about it, but even within the family, when we first started doing this, we were like, do you guys feel a little different about something? Like, I can't put my finger on it. There was something like that. And when I work with people, it often comes up that they say they have this level of peace, clarity. They bring in all this kind of stuff, and we just kind of go with it. And it's like, that's growth. That's like another level. And we're going to keep going up these levels, is how I look, like a video game. I always talk about gamifying things. And that's kind of how I look at just healing in general.
Yeah.
There's levels to it.
Yeah, there is.
And you're not going to get to the next one until you at least start the first one.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is where everybody's at Plantspiration. They haven't just started the first level. They continue to level up with the tools that we bring through this lifestyle medicine program at Plantspiration.
That's right.
It's kind of like we've been there. We know, we get it, and everybody sees that there's things we can do differently, and it takes some time. And when we do it together, it just makes it even better.
It most certainly does. Just like this Plantspiration health report.
Yeah, we don't just change what we eat; we change who we are in the kitchen, in conversation, and just in general.
I love
it. You're ready for the health report?
I think so.
You look like you're excited. You're getting like,
no, I'm just,
look how relaxed he is. I don't know if everybody notices. Look at how relaxed he is.
I need a taller chair. Maybe a recliner.
You've been swamped with work. I didn't even get to talk about that. I talked about some of my stress.
I turned that off, like whatever. The parts, it'll be there when I get to the shop, whatever.
You said to me last night, by the way, before we get into this health report, I go out there, you've got all these jobs, you're doing all this stuff.
There's shit everywhere.
It's actually...
packages of steel over here, over there.
Yeah. It's impressive watching you navigate the way that you did last night. And then for you to not have those pieces. And I just thought, oh man, immediately I almost want to... I feel the old version, but it doesn't come. You're like, I don't have this stuff.
Yeah, it'll show up. I just got to reset it up because there's other stuff I need to make. I'm not going to leave the machine sitting there just for the setup to do 6 parts when they show up.
I am so proud of what you've built with your business, what you've done, and how you just keep on crushing it. It's kind of inspired me. I was like, man, if he can start a business, so can I.
Dude, I've had my business almost 22 years now.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that, but...
Hold on. Claps.
Yeah, give him some claps.
Give him some claps.
So he turns it up even louder. I just want to inspire more people to just keep tapping into that version of themselves that they envision and that they want to be, and that we don't have to stay stuck. And sometimes it's comfortable and it's scary and it's all those things. But
just like the food, it's like just doing stuff, and you're like, oh, wow, I feel better, I'm doing better, and then it's just like that's how you eat. And then when you start changing other things and how you react and how you respond, sometimes like, wow, I actually impressed myself with that situation, how I handled it.
I love that. Give me some. You know what else I love? I'm not mad about the things that got me there. I'm not mad at the past. I don't dwell on that stuff. No. That was another level of like, I am more focused on the cool things I could be doing now.
Yeah.
And I know that those things that we've gone through in the past, there's been so much, but all the things we've gone through, I know that's how come I'm who I am today.
Yeah.
I could not be here, this aware, be able to be so relatable to so many people had I not gone through all this stuff. So I'm grateful for it. And that was when I think that shift occurred, was like, I have to just accept the fact that I'm really grateful for all the things that I've had to go through and learn, although tough and rough. Like, look at what we've come out of.
Seriously. I'm grateful of learning that. You gotta like, recognize, acknowledge where you came from, what you went through, and then let it go.
Let it go.
Because I ain't going back there.
It doesn't, well, no, I'm not going back to the standard American diet.
No.
And I'm not going back to the standard things that kept me sick to begin with, emotionally, physically, mentally. And that's that shift that we're seeing at Plantspiration. People are feeling so good.
Heck yeah.
They say things like, well, I'm not going back.
No, they're like,
not.
This is just going to be this is my life now. They
That's
even
what they
correct
keep
themselves.
saying.
This is gonna be. They're like, no,
this is my life now. So if everybody out there is listening to this, first of all, thank you.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of identity shifting that's going on at Plantspiration. That like we keep saying, this is not a diet; it's a lifestyle. And we're just kind of letting people into our life, saying, okay, so this is how we did it. Let's. We got into all those nutrition classes, and we do that on Wednesday night, and then there's the support system, and then there's coaching all week long, because that's the kind of identity shift people need to hear and see and be around in order to go, yeah, if they can do this, I can do this too.
Yeah,
and that's what we want people to feel.
For sure. Why don't you tell them? Yeah, I definitely.
What were you going to say? Tell them what?
Definitely think that's exactly how it is. Just everything we're doing here, Plantspiration, all the help and all the people that are crushing it.
It's amazing.
Heck yeah.
It's what keeps me going. So last week on Plantspiration Health Report, we are so proud. These Eat Your Plants Off classes we have off every week. They're actually making an incredible impact on people, and we're so grateful. This Plantspiration Health Report is brought to you by the real MVPs. We're just going to say it. Plantspiration members are helping save more lives. All those membership fees go right back into saving other lives. We are a 501c3 nonprofit at Plantspiration, and we take a lifestyle medicine approach. And these guys are absolutely inspiring other people to do it, because they see it's not just a diet. This is a lifestyle change, and these people are embracing it. They're going through life is going to keep lifing. That stress is still happening.
So many people show up, and it's just like in that same diet mentality of where we were.
Yes.
With that head game of just everything out there pushing you into this, and the stress. You got to be on a diet if you want to do, that's a stressful thing, man.
It is.
This is like super freeing from all of that, and it takes a little bit to wrap your head around. Like, it's way easier than what you're thinking.
Way easier. And what I don't love hearing people are facing obstacles or dealing with stress, but what I love to hear is that they're aware. You know what? I always say to people, hey, is any of your problems gone away? Has any of that stress gone away?
It's still there.
It's still there in life. The grief is still there. The yucky things that have happened are, that it's still there. Bad stuff is still happening. But the way that we're taking care of ourselves today is the way that they're taking care of themselves today. I should say, the way they say, these things are still going on and I'm taking the best care of myself than ever.
Exactly.
Boom. That's what people are learning over here. And if you're ready for it and this inspires you, then plantspiration.org, sign up, get in here, be a part of this paradigm shift of people that are not surviving anymore. They're thriving.
They're thriving, for sure.
That's what this is about. Sure. So this week we had people come in. I'm excited.
We did. We had people come in.
No, actually, next week we're going to have a guest.
Yeah, we are. It's going to be great.
Stay tuned.
Well, people are reporting, every time. So many people. More energy, feeling lighter.
Really?
Feeling lighter.
Well, hold on.
Mind
I say
and
that
body.
like I'm confused.
Journaling more. Working out. Breathing.
I love the responses.
Sleeping better. Looser clothes. Here's a fresh one. Feeling stronger and making the best choices for my future self.
What did I just talk about? So what you just witnessed is the Plantspiration Health Report. Let's give it a big shout. Something's missing, John.
What?
Something's missing.
What is it?
Last week we were at 1,893 pounds.
And this week we're at 1,916.
Holy shnikes.
Put it here. We got it loud and proud.
1,916.
Yep.
We're almost, okay, so next week we're going to be at 2,000 pounds.
All right.
2,000 pounds of people who have lost not just weight, but insecurities, limiting beliefs, mobility.
Their old self dragging them down.
They're not doing that. These people over here are happy.
They are really.
They're really getting. They're happier every time we see them, and they're getting it.
They're just like, and they admit it. They're like, this is just so much more than the food. Like, that's what I'm saying. Everybody comes in here like it's a diet, it's weight, it's this, it's that.
And
it's
I get it
completely.
We want you to come in here and be curious.
That's where we were at. But then the food leads to the mood. That
good food, good mood, no meat, but it's more than what you eat.
That's right, for sure.
It's more than what you eat. It's what you take in mentally. It's what what we take in over here is music. I've talked about that before. Like we had on accident, I shut the news off because I couldn't handle the TV off because I couldn't handle the commercials. I was like, hey, I'm trying not to think about this stuff right now. Look at how immediately that self-awareness, because I envisioned let me reframe that. I get to do this. I couldn't wait to do this. I was so focused on that healthier version of me that I wanted.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to let nothing get in the way of that any flipping more. The minute I started doing this and I started seeing results, I was like, I can do more of this.
And I noticed I haven't been discouraged this whole way because
not once.
No, I was just thinking like, wow, I just started feeling better right away, eating differently. Like, whoa, physically I feel better. Like, whoa, I have like more energy. What's going on here? And now I'm like bouncing off the walls.
This was not just, and I've said this many times, this was not just a filter for the food.
Right.
This became a filter for all things around us. And I'm grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. I mean, do I wish I would have known what I know today? Come on, we all say that.
Yeah.
But what's important is what we're doing from here on out. We're not just thriving to perform, we're thriving to transform. And we didn't just go from surviving to thriving. We stopped running from that version of ourselves that kept us sick.
That's right.
And stuck. You know what I mean?
That's right.
We became the version of ourselves that we've been wanting to be, that we see. Like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
Hindsight's always 20/20. So
remember when we wanted to get in this podcast? We were talking about it.
Still a bit fuzzy.
It is. When we talked about this and we talked about this. Now look it.
Now we're just talking.
We're just doing it. And we're really grateful that you guys are in here listening to it and getting inspired. If you'd like to check out one of our classes, of course, our Eat Your Plants Off classes, like I mentioned, Plantspiration is a nonprofit. Email team@plantspiration.org and get a link. We'll send you a link to get into class.
Yeah, get into class this Wednesday, next Wednesday.
It's important that you feel the people coming in this around you. It's a different feeling. They're not in here dieting. They're not in here judging. There is no shame.
Yeah, these are like real people that'll be there.
Like we know what this felt like, and we can't wait to share with you how.
We're here when you're ready. We're here.
We're here when you're ready. Good food, good mood, no meat. It's more than what you eat because what we bring home becomes what we live in.
That's right.
And that's that. So what are you guys planning to do differently today to work on your stress management, to be a better version of yourself?
They're going to subscribe, and share.
Oh, I like that. We would like for you guys to do that.
Yeah.
It's been a great week.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Stay tuned. We've got more stuff coming, more obstacles, more life.
Yeah, and a guest interview next week.
Yeah, I can't wait. So this guest interview,
gonna be great.
Should I tell them who it's going to be?
If you want.
And we need to get the members.
Tune in.
Members are saying we want to get on the podcast.
Oh,
so
yeah.
We just need a better schedule, and we're working on that. We have, it takes time.
Exactly.
So next week we're going to actually have on our CFO, Plantspiration's own CFO, and why this is so cool is because he actually stayed with us.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to share a little bit of that transformation we talked about today.
I would hope so. I think it was a really good.
It happened to him.
Plantspiration, transformation.
It happened to him, and it wasn't just the food.
It was a plant intervention. Intervention, even if we're down.
Dang.
And it was a mind shift and everything. It was just wow, just to be here and just feel the energy But
I think that's
way more than the food.
I think that's why we talked about this stuff. So if this episode cracked something open for you, you're not alone. This is what Plantspiration is all about. It's not just classes or recipes. It's real people healing through truth, food, emotional freedom, and you don't have to do it alone. So go to plantspiration.org, join us. You'll get access to all of our nutrition education and cooking classes, the coaching, the community, and the tools that helped us go from surviving to thriving in every way. You didn't know I was going to say that.
I did.
Okay, so check out this week's class. See you guys next week. Don't forget to eat your plants off and feel the best that you can possibly feel, because we know you can do it.
Heck yeah, we'll see you later.
Love you guys. Thanks so much.
Oh.